Kylie Jenner accidentally sucked Kendall's tongue on Snapchat.
Whoa, Justin Bieber accused of faking Purpose album signatures.
And Zayn Maliks announced his first solo track.
And Sheen reveals his HIV positive status on the Today Show.
We've got all that and more on today's DHR.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Danielle Robay with the lovely Ryland Adams. And because of our names, we've decided to call our DHRs together Danland.
Yeah, kind of like Disneyland.
But so much better.
Okay, you guys, we have so many big stories for you today. But first up, we're starting with the big reveal of Sheen.
Sheen revealed his HIV positive status live on the Today Show this morning in an interview with Matt Lauer. And now yesterday we reported that the National Enquirer was going to put out a piece tomorrow on the 18th, revealing all of the details. So before that happened, Charlie wanted to explain everything in his own words, and he did. Charlie said he was diagnosed 4 years ago, and after night sweats and some severe headaches, he went to the hospital and his life changed forever.
They walked in the room and said, boom, here's what's going on. It's a hard 3 letters to absorb, you know? It's a turning point in one's life.
Sheen admitted that he's paid people upwards of $10 million to keep his diagnosis a secret and claims that he has not transmitted the illness to anyone else. However, there are reports saying otherwise. This is a great reminder that the virus can infect anybody. And one myth that I want to dispel is that Charlie and his doctor were saying that the antivirals were allowing him to lead a relatively normal life. And while this may be true, a lot of times the effects of the drugs are terrible. They severely impact your quality of life. And so it's not a good thing to put out there.
It's not an issue to take lightly. You need to be aware that this is a thing. You need to be aware when you're partaking in sexual activity to be careful, because this is not something that you want to have to deal with.
Yes, and at the end of DHR, we're going to have a link for you to click so that you can get tested for free and really easy near you.
All right, well, in lighter news, Danielle, you know how Kylie and Kendall, they share a lot of things like private jets and clothes.
Yes.
Well, now they're sharing body fluids.
What?
All right, well, there is this video that hit Kylie's Snapchat where Kylie is sucking Kendall's tongue. Okay, just take a look. All right, so it wasn't on purpose.
She got a whole lot more than she bargained for.
It's like if I went to kiss you on the cheek and you...
That got awkward, Ryland.
I was trying to make it happen with Danielle. She wasn't into it.
That's not true.
Oh, you want to make out with me, Danielle, right here on the show?
Oh my God, guys.
I'm making her blush. I'm making me blush. All right, well, speaking of Kendall and Kylie, they were recently in Australia promoting their clothing line Forever New, and they were just down on the stage having a good time with all of their fans when somebody on the second floor, a 25-year-old woman, started throwing tomatoes and eggs at them.
That's messy.
That is messy. So it didn't actually hit either of the girls, but it hit the stage and splattered fans in the face, which is kind of crazy. And then when the girl got arrested, she was actually attacking the police officer that was arresting her. So she got charged for 3 assaults of battery, and she has a court date set, and she can be released on bail. Isn't this nuts?
That's ridiculous. What 25-year-old is throwing stuff on stage?
I can't tell if she had an issue with the Kardashians in general or she was just mad at life, because why would she fight the police officer?
I think that in, I don't know, it's some Latin American country, they have a day where they throw tomatoes and it's a celebration.
No.
I think she should move there so she can throw tomatoes all she wants, because that is not appropriate.
And then she won't get arrested. Even if you don't like the Kardashians, don't throw things at a fan event. People could get hurt.
Another day, another Bieber story. But this time, Bieber's been accused of faking signatures on his new CD.
What?
Yeah, but earlier this week, JB tweeted that he hand-signed 2,000 copies of his album and sent them to random stores like Walmart and Target for fans to find. But those who found them noticed that he signed them exactly the same. It's in the same place, and it looks very similar. And so when fans started tweeting them and seeing each other's, they were like, yikes, this is really similar. So take a look at Erin Peterson. She tweeted, "My signed JBCD, OMG, I'm crying." And then another fan tweeted, "I'm so happy that I got a signed Purpose album. I cried a little finally having something with Justin's signature." Don't you think they look similar?
Yeah, okay, but here's the thing. When you're signing that many albums, it would get exhausting, and I can see why he would have like a computer generate his signature.
But then that's not a signature.
I know, so he can't promote it like that. So maybe where he messed up was how he decided to promote that he's signing these albums.
Yes.
But I think he could just thought he could pull a fast one on all of us, but you can't do that in the age of social media.
No,
People have
not with
Twitter,
social media.
Instagram. But I also hate he's doing bad things like that recently. Like he's charging $2,000 so you can take a photo with him backstage. All of this stuff is like too much. I think he needs to really think about how he's promoting his work. Although it is great work, I can't deny the album's
$2,000.
amazing.
You know what we could do with $2,000?
What could we do? What would you do?
We don't have time for that.
All right, you guys, moving down the line, we have Zayn Malik, who announced his first solo track.
Whoa, this is a big deal.
Is crazy. Everyone is going nuts. So it's in an interview with Fader. He's the cover boy, which is all kinds of exciting.
The poster boy.
He's the poster boy of Fader. So there's a clip that features him with a lot of B-roll, and he's kind of talking about it. So take a little peek.
Life experiences have just been the influences for the album and just stuff that I've been through, especially in the last 5 years.
All right, so I hope you paid close attention to that clip because the background track was his new solo of Before. It was just the instrumental, but that is the first track that we're probably going to get to hear from him. Yes. And then you guys, he also went on to say, I don't feel like people really know what I'm going to give them musically, and once they hear it, I feel like they will understand me a little bit more, and they'll understand why I did what I did, and why I left the band, and why I had to write this down, because for not even for 5 years, for 10 years, this album has been in my brain, and it's just been there, sat with me, needing to be out. Crazy!
You go, Zayn. I don't know.
You don't know? But the thing that drives me nuts about this is the song is called Before, but One Direction's last album was titled 4. So do you think this is like Before 4? Get it?
All I think about Before is like when we played bingo at camp and somebody yelled Before, everyone would yell, and after.
So that's what you think this song's gonna be like?
Yeah, I don't know.
Before, and we'll be in the background like,
and after. Oxford Dictionaries made history on Monday by proclaiming the word of the year. Well, it's not really a word.
What?
It's an emoji, and guess which one it is? It's one of your favorites, Ryland. I know because you text me.
Yeah, and okay, well, I'm gonna say the one I probably use most is like the crying face emoji.
Exactly, that's the one they picked.
Are you kidding me?
Which really I think is a substitute for LOL, which I guess letters are so 2014.
Nobody has time to type out LOL.
I know, and personally, I think if I were to choose an emoji, mine would be the monkey that goes like this. That's the one I use the most.
So you're embarrassed a lot?
Well, I just say things and I'm like, yeah.
Don't look at me. You know what? I also really like the dancing red girl.
All right, it's that time. We are wrapping up. But before we go, we have a few questions for you. Ryland, what's yours?
Well, I want to know if you guys think these Justin Bieber signatures are fake or if you thought he was sitting at home signing them for you guys.
The jury's still out. I'm not sure. And I want to know if you guys had to choose an emoji of the year, which emoji would you use? Which one do you use the most? And after that, tell us in the comments, and we'll see you tomorrow on DHR.
We love you. We miss you already.
1 in 8 people don't even know they have HIV. Testing is free and so easy. So click to the link on the left at freehivtest.net to find a clinic near you.
And then click to the right to check out some more entertainment news and find out how Miley Cyrus helped her ex Liam adopt dogs.